I'm going USC, the Trojans. 7 incoming, 21 outgoing transfers.
And quality
Um,
guys, too.
okay, come on, 24/7. Show me where they're ranked. Why are we being slow? Ranked all the way down at number 41 in the country, transfer rating. And I got a lot of thoughts about this. I think that this is very concerning for USC. Obviously, they lose a lot. I'll start with the incomings. Really, only 2 guys that I think really have any upside for them. Jamal Jarrett, defensive lineman coming from Georgia, big guy, 6'5", 350, given a 4-star rating by 24/7, but he didn't play.
Yeah, he was a backup.
Let's see. In 2 seasons at Georgia, he had 4 tackles, no sacks. Obviously an interior guy, so you're not going to have the sack numbers, but only 4 tackles. And like you said, a backup. And then Keyshawn Silver, maybe a bit more of an end. 6'4", 336, coming in from Kentucky. In 3 seasons for Kentucky, he's got 23 tackles and just 1 sack. Not a lot of production there. Doesn't make me feel good about what they lost. You look at what they lost to the portal on the defensive line. The big one, Bear Alexander, going to Oregon with his Georgia tattoo. What an interesting story Bear Alexander's been, but he is out. Also on that defensive line, they lose highly touted edge rusher DJ Peavy, a 4-star out of high school. Didn't play, I think, at all for them his freshman year. So I'm concerned about them on the defensive line. They lose starting quarterback Miller Moss to the portal, who he got benched at the end of the year, didn't he? Didn't Lincoln Riley move on?
He did, because Jaden Maeva started the last couple games, including that bowl game for him. Yeah.
And he didn't impress me too much. They bring in Sam Heward at quarterback, the son of Brock Heward, from Utah. Is he good? He's given a 3-star transfer rating. I mean, they don't really bring in anybody that really moves the needle. At wide receiver, Zachariah Branch, huge loss. Huge loss.
Yeah.
He's going to Georgia. He and his brother Zion going to Georgia. Some other guys, there's Deuce Robinson goes to Florida State. Mason Murphy, offensive tackles, going to Auburn. Quentin Joyner, the running back, who he should have played more. I mean, I know they had Woody Marks, who was really good for them, but Quentin Joyner in limited action, he had 478 yards, 3 touchdowns, and averaged over 7.5 yards per carry this year. And they're just letting him walk out the door, and they're not bringing in a running back that can replace that production. So that's my big thing. They're losing a ton of guys, and at least their transfer class not really bringing in anybody to replace them. And then the last guy, Emmanuel Pregnon, 4-star transfer rating, offensive lineman, offensive guard. He hadn't announced where he's going to go, but I just think another big loss.
Yeah.
To lose starting players like that and not be able to bring in a proven guy to replace that production really concerns me. And just an overall, just a very, very poor job by Lincoln Riley and his staff in this. Again, it's the first transfer window, so they have time to make some moves, but just a really, really bad start.
It's a bad start. 6 of the top 75 players per 24/7 Sports that are in the portal are from USC. There's only one team that's worse, and I'll talk about them here in a second. But no, I agree with you, man. I mean, I think it just comes down to the fact that I don't know if they can replace this. And you're talking about you lost some really good players off a 7-6 team. You know what I mean? Like, you're going to have some really good internal development, some really good internal growth from both the staff, new defensive staff that came in this past year, and then obviously some of the players to really make a difference.